Good day, everyone. Today, our group will present about the different funeral ritual ceremonies around the world. Before that, let us introduce ourselves.
Hello, my name is Sabila Rinjani and my student number is 24021130096.
I'm Hening Jengas Karkinanti with student ID number 24021130131.
I'm Nasmutara Fauzia with student ID number 24021130118.
And I'm Aldizaki Surya Ananta with student ID number 24021130090.
Do you ever wonder how funerals are held in different countries? In this video, me and my team will show you all how it is. We have Indonesia, Philippines, USA, South Korea, Ghana, India, Sweden, Tibet, Madagascar, Australia, Mexico, and Papua New Guinea. First, let's get to know about ngaben from Indonesia. The word ngaben means turning to ash. This ritual is thought to guide the spirit into its next life and considered a celebration. What makes this cremation ceremony different is the day of the ceremony is chosen by a priest and based on the Balinese calendar. And this ceremony involves a lot more rituals, starting with calling out the Atma or soul. After that, the body is cleansed and given symbolic to make sure they will receive a perfect body in the next life. This ceremony also has a symbolic tower and special coffin that later will be engulfed in flames.
Hanging coffins from Philippines. In a ritual believed to date back 200 years, the Garut people bury their dead in hand-covered coffins that are tied or nailed to the side of a cliff and suspended high above the ground below. This gravity-defying gravure is believed to bring the departed closer to their ancestral spirits. Although the Philippines is primarily a Catholic country, many indigenous peoples have returned their burial customs. The Konkonai people believe that hanging coffins closer to the heavens and ancestors increases the decisive chance of reaching a higher nature in the afterlife. Go Green from USA. In our modern eco-friendly society, many Americans are opting for burial methods that are kinder to the nature. This method include biodegradable casket that to compost into the ground. This action will support the marine environment for more generations to come. This tradition is not connected with any religion, but more of a trend that's been going on in the country. Typically, green funerals require far fewer resources for the care of the body and making them better for the environment. Plus, they can save families on funeral costs.
In South Korea, cremation is the most common death ritual. But, as an alternative to scattering, there's a trend to take ashes and turns them into shiny blue-green, pink, or black beads to be displayed in their home. The reason why this method is used is because Korea is simply losing burial space, and although this ritual is considered creepy, this is a way to always remember our loved ones.
Abibu Adikai from Ghana. This ritual is also treated as a celebration. Abibu Adikai is basically designed fantasy coffins that are unique and specific to the person that just passed away. In Ga cosmology, the diskettes must take a voyage to the world beyond. and fantasy coffins aid in the transition to the afterlife by providing a form of fancy transportation. But soon, the coffins become really popular and they start to produce numerous coffins shaped such as chili peppers, automobiles, farm implements, cell phone, soda bottle, or even people.
Moksha from India. Moksha is a term used in Hinduism which refers to liberation, enlightenment, and release. It is a state where one gets complete freedom from samsara, from the cycle of death and rebirth. Simply, a person has to be born again and again until they achieve moksha. A person who achieves moksha becomes free from sorrow. Moreover, a person achieves a state of perfection in moksha.
Sweden. By the Iron Age, around the first millennium BC, religions become increasingly developed and sophisticated, and human sacrifice began to happen less frequently in many different cultures. Yet in Sweden, there's a practice called Ättestupa that involves human sacrifice. This ritual requires elderly people that no longer able to help in the household to throw themselves or be thrown off a cliff to their death. It was a way to remove burdens from a clan or a family.
In Buddhist religion in Tibet, it is believed that the soul moves on and the body becomes an empty vessel that must be sacrificed back to the earth. A common practice to facilitate this is placing the body high on a mountain to let animal decompose the body naturally. Once only bones remain, they are grown up and fed to the cows, completing the cycle.
The Malagasy people of Madagascar have a funerary tradition called Famadihana, or the turning of the bones, which they perform every 5 to 7 years. In this ritual, people bring the bodies of loved ones from their crypts, wrap them in fresh cloth, spray them with perfume, and dance with them. They see it as a chance to share stories with deceased loved ones and ask for their blessings. However, this tradition is a time for the Malagasy people to spend time with their loved ones, both living and deceased. The Malagasy celebrate this event so that new family members can meet their ancestors and memory can be shared forever and not forgotten.
Smoking ceremonial been integral for the Aboriginal culture for age. In some tradition, an elder and younger community member might carry a wooden dish filled with coals and wet leaf, enveloping the gathered people in a cleansing smoke. And others participants might walk through a designated smoking area or gather around a ceremonial fire. This herbal smoke is believed to have both spiritual and physical cleansing properties, as well as the ability to ward off bad spirits. Mexico. In Mexico, death is often celebrated rather than mourned, particularly during the Días de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, festivus. This tradition involves honoring deceased loved ones with altars, adorned with photo, favorite food, and personal items. Families gather at cemeteries to clean graves, light candles, and share stories, creating a joyful atmosphere. On the Day of the Dead, it's believed that the border between the spirit world and the real world dissolve. During this brief period, the soul of the dead awaken and return to the living world to feast, drink, dance, and play music with their loved ones. In turn, the living family members treat the deceased as honors guests in their celebration and leave the deceased favorite food and other offerings at graffiti's or on the verandas built in their homes.
Women from the Danit tribe Papua New Guinea cuts the top of their finger in a funeral ritual to mourn the loss of family members or loved ones as a cultural norm. This ritual is called ikipalin. The practice involves tying a string tightly around the upper part of finger for 30 minutes. For the Dani people, fingers were a symbol of unity and strength, just as fingers work together irrespective of their length. The Indigenous compared its functions to that of a close family unit.
So, what do you think about these cultures? Is it unique or is it more creepy? But besides, we have to respect all those rituals because each of the countries has their own ways to respect their loved one that passed away, and it's been passed down from generation to generation. See you on another chance. Thank you and goodbye.